Okay, class. Today we're gonna learn about Pascal's triangle, and you're also gonna learn how that relates to the and choose R idea that we talked about before. First of all, let's just do Pascal's triangle and see how it's relevant. Okay, so Pascal's triangle, it begins actually on row 0. Okay, and starts with a 1. And then you put ones like that around that. And then it's always going to have ones on the outside. But what's going to happen is this number here is going to be the sum of the numbers that are diagonally above it. Okay, so always ones on the outside. And then here I'm going to sum those two numbers up to be 3. Sum those up to be 3. And then I put a 1 on the outside. Okay, the next row is going to look like 1 and then 4, because that's the sum of those two. 6, 4, 1. Let's do another row or so. Okay, we're going to have 1 on the outside again, then 5, 10, 10, 5, 1 on the outside. Okay, let's do one more row, and it's going to be 1, 6, right? And then 15, and then 20 for that sum. Okay, and then 15, and then 6, and then 1. Okay, so that's enough to see how that works. And of course, you could expand that as far as you want to. Obviously, you get far enough, it becomes difficult, you're going to make a mistake, that sort of thing. So what will be helpful is to see that actually this triangle can be done another way. So it actually turns out that I could redo the triangle as follows. Okay, first of all, let me tell you what 0, 2, 0 is kind of a weird idea. You have 0 things and you're choosing none of them. There's actually going to be one way to do that. Okay, and it's kind of like 0 factorial. You just kind of have to accept that one. Okay. So that's kind of like going to correspond to the top row. Okay, the next row is going to be 1, choose 0, and 1, choose 1. Okay, so 1, choose 0, well, there's one way to do that. You have one thing, you don't choose any of them. There's one way to do it. And one thing, choosing the one thing out of it, of course there's one thing to that. Okay, so 1, 1, 1. Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, let's look at 1, 2, 1. Okay, that's going to look like 2, choose 1, 2, choose 0, 2, choose 1, and 2, choose 2. Okay, so this is going to be 2, choose 0. The way to choose 0 things again is, so it's going to be like 1, 2, 1. Okay, so this is unfortunate. You kind of run out of room here. I would really love a big chalkboard. But here's how Pascal's triangle kind of looks in the choose notation. So 0, choose 0 is the very top thing of the triangle. Okay, then the next one is going to look like 1, choose 0, 1, choose 1. Okay, the next row, the 1, 2, 1, is going to be, you start with 2, choose 0, 2, choose 1, 2, choose 2. So each row runs from like the first number, choose 0, through choosing up to that number of items. Okay, so what does the next row look like? It's going to be 3, choose 0, which is 1. Then it's going to be 3, choose 1, 3, choose 2, 3, choose 3. And of course those are the numbers 1, 3, 3, 1. My 3's don't look very good. Okay, so let's just do one more row and kind of talk through what it looks like. It's going to run from 4, choose 0, and the next one's going to be 4, choose 1. That's going to be 1, 4. And then the next one is going to be 4, choose 2. Okay, so 4, choose 2 is going to look like 6, okay? And then we're going to have 4, choose 3, and then 4, choose 4. Okay, hopefully you get the idea, and that's going to build Pascal's triangle also. So let's say you were asked to talk about, say, the 8th row of the triangle. The coefficients of it would run from 8 choose 0, 8 choose 1, dot, 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 to 8 choose 8. Okay, so you have now another way to build a triangle, and what could be more efficient if you didn't want to say actually physically build the triangle to row 15, okay? You could just jump, oh, I could do row 15 to 15 choose 0, 15 choose 1, blah, 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 to 15 choose 15, and that would generate row 15 of the triangle.